you built your first e-bike when you were in high school as a way to get to school and back. Talk to us about what makes your bikes different from the competition.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Huge fan of yours and excited to speak with you today. But yeah, you're right. I grew up building stuff and working on solar installations out in rural Northern California. The company's now based in Seattle, Washington. And so I started building e-bikes at the age of 15. 13 years later, we have a really robust lineup of electric bikes. And some of our kind of key differentiators as a business has really been our focus on research and development, supply chain leadership, and really kind of our business model being first of its kind, a pure play direct-to-consumer model.
So what trends has the pandemic revealed for you, and what of those trends do you believe stay as we come out of this?
Yeah, the pandemic it's really proving that e-bikes really are essential to even a wider audience of people, and people that are going stir crazy or have more time on their hands, or maybe even craving opportunities to get outside. But I think an even bigger piece that's happened here is just people's concern around using public transit and wanting a social distance mobility solution. And really on the back side of this thing, we really see this as kind of a light switch that flipped that isn't going to flip back. And so we're seeing a really continued demand surge, even as regions come back online and out of shutdown.
Now, meantime, you have other companies like Uber, for example, getting out of electric bikes and scooters and finding it just not very profitable. How does your model differ from that?
Yeah, our mission as a business is around really offering kind of an unrivaled customer experience, but it's about our bikes that are built for everything and priced for everyone. So in a moment like this, where you have a lot of new people entering a category, you want two things. One is a really nice, entry price that seems like a good value to people that are new to e-biking. And number two is a distribution model that can, get a bike to a customer's doorstep, which is how we distribute most of our products, is direct to doorstep. And so I think that's the big piece here for our business, is that people are able to kind of take back their own mobility rather than rely on a service provider that is challenged during these times. It's very hard to run a fleet of e-bikes in a public space during a worldwide pandemic, of course.
So, what are you planning for through the end of the year? There is so much uncertainty. People still are working from home. And when do you see sort of a new burst in demand, as things start to normalize?
Yeah, so not only the exponential sales that we've experienced, they're continuing. And so it's causing us to really look at our business and ensure that we can build an even more robust, for example, customer service team, and even more robust and diversified supply chain. And so we were already leading in that space as sort of a key differentiator of our business. Was always a first mover advantage, was heavy investment into supply chain and customer service. But even with that initial investment, we're still just seeing totally unexpected demand. So our response to this is really to ramp. It's to ramp across the business, across our organization, to try to keep up. And we feel very fortunate to be in that position versus what so many companies are facing right now. And so we're really proud and compelled to push hard right now, because the people are speaking and we're listening for sure.
Meantime, bikes have been back ordered for some time. Quickly, what are you doing to expand production more quickly?
Yeah, first off, we front-loaded a lot of inventory ahead of Chinese New Year, and our bikes are now, they're built across a number of countries, and so we had a very diverse manufacturing, partners, supply chain coming into this. So we were set up well, but regardless, it was not sufficient to take care of, like, I think the numbers that we've shared with you in the Bloomberg Green piece are around 297% growth April over April. And so that's a totally unprecedented surge in demand has resulted in us going even wider. So more diverse manufacturing group, just minimizing the dependence on one region especially has been a big piece of it. But even transportation, right, where even domestically, like FedEx, UPS, carriers are, they're at peak demand right now, and you're seeing that across internet sales where fulfillment times are slower than normal.